All right, y'all, thank you for hanging out again for another episode of the Stories and Songs series. My name is Jessie Ritter, and we are going through some of the music on my latest album, Little Town in America. Today, I am very excited. I'm always excited, but today I'm excited to share a fun one with you. This was one of the earlier songs I wrote on the album, and it's really fun because I got to bring a lot of friends in on this one. One thing I wanted this album to be was very collaborative. So with my Coffee Every Morning record, most of the songs I wrote by myself. And this one, I really wanted it to be a group project. So I co-wrote a lot of the songs, and on this particular song, I got to bring in some guest artists. So I started this song on my back porch in 2020. I remember we had a lot of free time, and I decided I was gonna try to do something artistic that night. So I was sitting right outside on my back porch. I think Brian was making dinner. I was probably having a glass of wine, sitting out there with my guitar, and just, I must have been feeling very like Taylor Swifty because I was thinking about horses and princesses and adventure and just kind of how magical our life can be sometimes. And the chorus of Wild Horses came into my head. Wild horses run like we do. And I just kind of started with this little bit of the chorus and thinking about all the road trips and adventures we'd been on, and just the amazing things we'd seen and how we try to live this kind of wild life. And then I took that idea to Nashville, and I met up with my friends Mark Addison Chandler and Davis Corley. They also wrote Mama's Man with me. Mark wrote Blue Sky with me. They've got quite a few credits on this record. And I just had the chorus idea, and we started talking about the wild horses in North Carolina and some of these beautiful beaches. And I've actually gotten to see some wild horses on the beaches in Georgia, which was an incredible trip over toward Cumberland Island. I need to get up to North Carolina too. And it's just magic. Like when I saw the horses out on Cumberland Island, I mean, it really was just incredible to see something so beautiful and wild and majestic, and like that's what you want your love to look like, this peaceful, wild, powerful thing. And so I wrote the song in Nashville with Mark and Davis, started playing it out, had a lot of fun singing it live, and eventually decided it was going to make this new record. And I knew that I wanted at least one duet on this album because I really wanted to bring friends in, and I wanted it to be a collaborative project. And this one just felt right. And I have these friends in Nashville. Their names are Mick and Lauren, and they have been making music in a duo called Leaving Lennox for quite a while. And we met way back in the day, like 7 years ago, on a cruise ship. I was working for Carnival, and they were actually guests sailing. I had a contract on a ship out of Australia. They're Australian. So I was sailing out of Sydney, and they were guests on the ship, but they were already musicians. They were already playing out in Australia. And they just started asking about what life was like being a musician on the ship. And then they ended up working for Carnival, and I left the job, and they sailed playing music for a couple years, and then eventually they came to Nashville. And so they started playing music in the States and touring, but we're based in Nashville. So every time I go through town, we get to see each other. And it just became this beautiful friendship that, you know, different pieces of my world had kind of collided together. But I thought they would be the perfect people to bring in on this song because they have this wild, adventurous lifestyle too. They took a risk to take a job on a cruise ship, which, as someone who did that, it is a risk. There's a lot of unknown going into a job like that. And there's so much travel and adventure involved. They took that risk like I did. Then they took the risk to move to America and took the risk to make music full time and not be afraid to be a little bit wild. And I thought they were just so fitting to bring in on this song. So I love how it turned out. It's so fun to sing. I love when we get to sing it together, but I'll give you my solo version today. Again, my name is Jessie Ritter. This is Wild Horses. I heard that Carolina still has our kind of wild, long stretch of coastal land, hoof prints across the sand. My favorite kind of home is anywhere we're roaming, and I just know that we could live wild, wild, wild. Wild horses run like we do. Baby, I could go for miles and miles. Wild horses run like we do. Baby, I could run forever with you, yeah. Or let's head west on 20. Stop waiting to be ready. Trade our roots in for wheels. New dirt beneath our heels. Just takes a little faith, a few dollars in the tank. Come on, let's get away and live wild, wild, wild. Wild horses run like we do. Baby, I could go for miles and miles. Wild horses run like we do. Baby, I could run forever with you. They'll never fit to see it, 'cause we were made to live wild, wild, wild. Wild horses run like we do. Hey, yeah. Wild horses run like we do. Baby, I could go for miles and miles. Wild horses run like we do. Baby, I could run forever with you. Baby, I could run forever and ever. Baby, I could run forever and ever. Baby, I could run forever with you. The most fun part about this song was making the music video. Leaving Lennox had a show down in Florida, and my videographer was in town, and all the stars aligned, and we filmed the most fun music video out on the beach. We played frisbee, we had a little picnic, and I even got my husband to be in it. So if you like the story and you like the song, go watch the music video. It's super fun. I will see you very soon for more of the Stories and Songs series.